not going to work today, so different kind of work, I guess. I will be doing my feeding. I don't know if Willow will come out. She has prom tonight, so. Babies. Bottle babies are up here. Good morning, Mom. Here's Pancake. Pancake. Shuffling some goes around. Pancake. Babies, you're getting your own food. So the babies get like a kid pellet. It's nice and little for them. Little mouth. Babies, come over here and eat. Guys, they're all eating out of the wrong hands. Revy's eating out of the kid pan. Nisha's eating out of the milker pan. And the babies are also eating out of the milker. No, buddy, you're not getting milk. Okay, yes. Good girl. Okay, bud. You can come over here and eat. Are you okay, bud? Did you get choked? I don't usually give the babies beef pulp because I think that they seem to get choked on it more often than the larger goats. Excuse me. See, Pancake is now 3 years old. Baby's always trying to jump in my lap. Anisha, why are you out here? Sorry, Miss Pancake. So sister baby usually gets to eat first. Hi, William. Very hungry. Oh. Hi, Babu Car. Not sure if I said that right. Hi, Big Lon. You've never tried goat's milk. Tastes good. Oh, thank you for liking the stream. Nigerian dwarf milk, which is the breed that I have here, I think has one of the best tasting goat's milk. It's very mild. Honestly, I can't even tell the difference between it and cow's milk. Are you full already? I just started eating. Goodness, Pancake, what was that? Yes, you were so wiggly. Goodness. Sure do complain a lot. Where are we dripping? Okay. Hey, William, do you want to get nutmeg out? Are you able to get nutmeg out? A lot of people that can't digest cow's milk can digest goat's milk because I believe the proteins are smaller. The goats that I have, when I had their milk tested, the butter fat was really, really high. It was like 6%. And the protein was about that high too. Good morning, Peter. You are so hungry. This baby tries to complain and yell while he's eating. I think the milk doesn't come out fast enough for him. I don't know why you're dripping so much. Mercy. You're a messy eater this morning. Acts like he's completely starving. No, get down. Yes, you need a second to compose yourself. Okay, this little chocolate baby, this chocolate chunk is driving me crazy. He's like turned into Mocha 2.0, except for he doesn't drink the bottle. He just terrorizes and knocks things down. This one is Mocha 2.0, the way he loves to eat. William, hurry, they're drinking all the milk. I need nutmeg. Hi, nutmeg. So these babies are 4 weeks old as of yesterday. Yeah, gosh, you guys are getting old. So they're still getting 3 bottles a day, so they're growing really, really well. Yes, you're so chunky. I'll get you more milk. Do you care to get her a little bit of beet pulp, please? we're getting ready to go into show season soon. I just judged my first show of the season, and we're getting ready to take our goats to the first show, but typically shows start a little later in the northern states because it's colder. Okay, Miss Bernicia, no, go in there and eat. Can you give your goat some meat in there? I'm gonna throw it in here.
Did you feed the goats yet?
No, I did not.
Is that feeding?
Yes. Baby has milk everywhere. Okay, Pinky, that way. I don't know why I let this little chocolate chunk baby out, but he's squeezed out with the other goats. And he's very naughty. No, please don't. There's like a big farm. Guys, can you get off of me? You're fighting right on my leg. You're getting kind of heavy.
I'm still feeding the goats.
Look at the whole bucket.
I know.
William, your son over here is terrorizing everyone. Nutmeg, please. No, you. You are being super terrible. Get down. Get down. Goodness. Nothing's up on the table.
Pancake. I let Bernicia out. Hey.
Oh, baby. He is being really bad. I don't even know why he's out here. So Nutmeg, like shedded all of her winter hair. It was pretty long. And then her, I guess her summer coat came in, and it's so short and sleek and nice and shiny. Like, it looks like she just got shaved. It's beautiful. I did give her copper probably 6 weeks ago because looking at her tail, you see how it's bald in the middle. It means that they need copper, but I am scared of overdosing copper, so I only give it as I see them need it. Because they also get multi-min shots a couple times throughout the year, and that has copper in it too, so you can overdose them. Oh, I'm scrolling back. Okay, Mumpy, hello. Hi, Elmi. Oh, lactose intolerant, yes. Hi, Joseph. No, I do not smoke weed. In the machine? Yes, the babies are very hungry. Hi, M Wild One. Hi, Wishy. Oh, thank you. Minnie, hello, Angel. The black and white one, the little feisty, mischievous one. He's super mischievous. He's very, very naughty. This baby would steal all the milk from his brother and sister. Yes, you would. I know you would. Oh, let me put it in the bottle for you. a lot of times I make him eat less because he doesn't stop eating. The other ones will get hungry and like slow down. He just will just force himself to keep going, going, going. Actually, I should probably weigh them because I think it's been close to a week since they've been weighed. And they've been gaining about 2 pounds a week. And they feel heavier, so I'm not really worried about them gaining. But I am curious to see how much they're gaining. The nutmeg's milk is very high in fat. It's very foamy. So I keep dumping over it and trying to get the foam in. Yes, it's your turn again. You have waited. Not very patiently, but you have waited. Goodness. I think it might be the nipple. Sometimes the nipples will bite like an extra hole in them. So I'll have to check it once we're done with this. And I probably need to buy a new pack of them. This is really the only kind of nipple that I like. There's people use different kinds. Okay, you are dripping it everywhere. Stop. Normally they don't really drip at all, so. Okay. See, he's full. He's stopping. That time you actually did pull off. Most of the time he'll just hold his mouth on there because he knows if he stops drinking or pulls off, then he gets put down and it's not his turn anymore. In the afternoon, they get a bottle at, I usually do around 3 or 4 o'clock. At that point, it's been about 6 to 7 hours, and then they get another one like 6 hours after that. But I've been giving them just cold milk in the afternoon because it's been really hot the past few days. It's gotten up to like, it said 90 the other day. And so after I gave them a bottle of warm milk, I noticed them standing there panting. So I think it was making them too hot. Hey, I know you're out of milk. That's why you're complaining. So that's why I started giving the cold, and they drink it slower. I don't think they really love the cold milk. It's not gonna hurt them. And they're getting big enough. Like with all of their hair, I know that they have to be pretty hot during the day. Hi Tolga, hola. Oh, my heart is melting. They are so sweet. Hi Greg. So they have never nursed off of a doe. I actually don't want them to because once you get them started, it's hard to get them to stop. And I want to see how much they're eating. If they're nursing off the doe, I kind of have a good idea of how much she's producing, but it's going to be hard to see between 3 kids how much each one's getting. So at this point, I'm able to see how much each kid is eating, making sure that they're eating about the same amount. Time does the donkey show start again? I feel like it's a donkey show every day here. Actually, my neighbor raises a ton of donkeys. I hear them. He raises mules, but you have to have donkeys for that. I hear them yelling all the time. Willow does a good job doing the chores. She does. Willow does so much around here. Her and William. William's doing more and more. And such great helpers. I'm so confused, right? Why are you keeping them? For what reason? I thought you used their milk at home. Or maybe I sell it outside. So this is basically a show herd, but they're a show herd of dairy goats. So whenever you show dairy goats, you end up with a lot of goat's milk. Because typically they need to be in milk to be shown if they are over 2 years old. These babies, I unfortunately lost their dam after she kidded, so I have been bottle feeding them. And the 2 does that I just milked, their babies were born back in January, so they already went to their new homes, and they each only had a single, so they're not producing a ton of milk. But I milk them and then I feed these babies. And so I breed them and show them. I am keeping one of the little bucklings. I'm not sure which, but I think the kids are leaning towards this baby that looks like a skull. His name's Easy Rider. We named them all after the dam, so her name was Easy. And then the little doe, come here, baby. She's quite a bit smaller than her brother. She's always been smaller, but her name is Easy on the eyes, so we usually call her Baby Easy. So she will probably be shown, not right now because she's so little, probably later in the year, but definitely next year. The ribbons on the wall are from shows. The Nigerian dwarf ribbon is black and yellow. And they actually came from these babies' brother. Another one came from a doe. We have more. We should hang up all of them. The green and white is a youth ribbon. So it means only youth could show. And those came from some does that we have. You're so cute. I wonder how much you weigh. She is tiny. I bet she's about 10 pounds. She was pretty tiny when she was born. That was 4 weeks ago, so I think she was a little under 3 pounds. At first they don't gain very fast because they're so little, you know, they don't eat a lot at one time. Is this benefits business? I mean, did you get much more profit than you spend? No, unfortunately, I am in the red every year. But I'm not really selling show does yet. At this point, maybe I will have more, maybe I'll have extra does in the future to sell. I will be selling a couple older does. They're not really the kind that bring a lot because they're not really competitive. It takes a while to breed up. And you know, sometimes you get a buck or a doe and you think, oh, the kids are going to be really nice. And then they just don't mix well and you end up with kind of a dud crop. I feel like fortunately they've made some improvements year over year. William, did you feed them outside? There's too many goats in there.
Yeah.
Well, why aren't they going outside? What? But there's feed outside?
Yes, they just other goats, baby goats.
Maybe you should show them the feed outside. Little baby Easy. Oh my gosh, it's an absolute mob. Guys, go outside and eat. There's feed outside. There's feed outside. They're all staying in here.
They just started eating out there.
Is she the only one? The babies have feed like in the shed. They can go in the shed anytime and eat during the day. Where's Pumpkin? Pumpkin did not have her kids. I guess I wrote down the due date wrong.
Well, it looks like, wait, no, Lulu, it looks like she was like breathing harder, so when do you think she's going to have her baby?
Lulu is due on May 8th. Lulu is one of my most exciting kittings this year.
What about
I borrowed a buck to breed her. Well, I didn't really borrow. I didn't bring him here. I took her to a bug. Yeah, I do have a lot. I have 66 right now. I don't know how many we'll end up selling this year. There's at least 10 that are going for sure. And then 10 more that are up in the air. Hi, Chris. Yeah, goat fight for sure. The white one, I think, is Bernicia. Or are you talking about the turkey? Good morning, turkey. Who are you yelling for, little miss? Cinnamon and her kids are screaming all the time. They're the loudest bunch. So. I guess she found her sister. Cheerio, did you jump out? Cheerio's been really bad lately. She keeps jumping through here. I finally took down the netting because I thought she stopped. And now she's doing it again. Yes, you're terrible. You're going to be on the cell list if you don't stop. And actually, she never walks. You put a collar on her and she just doesn't walk. So this one's Bernicia. She also has a white fluffy baby that's really cute. Sparkles, I don't know where Sparkles is at. That's William's doe. Oh, she's right here. This is Sparkles. She's very fluffy. Looks like a little cloud. I have another white doe over in the corner, blue. And then Feta is also white, but I don't see her. Guys, where's Feta? I see her sister. Goodness. There's Vanilla Bean. She's kind of white. I'm not sure where Feta is. Maybe she's in the baby shed. Revy's out here. Pancake still. Naughty Cheerio. Nutmeg's still out here. And then this really naughty chocolate chunk baby. He's now fighting the newborn babies. He's like, I think he's 11 weeks old now. And so he's fighting this little 4-week-old kid. Why? Why are you doing this? Apparently they're fighting over the block, I guess. How many do I have? I have 66 right now, but that's including the babies, and they're super tiny, so do they really count as a whole goat? I've had 32 kids born. I've sold 7 of those. The problem I'm having this year, which is a problem I've never had, is that I have had a ton of does born this year, and I'm very tempted to keep all 20 doelings. I bought a really fancy new buck last spring, so he's had a ton of daughters born, and I really don't want to sell them. I would love to see how they turn out. Hi, Dave. It's been a while. P.S. Kima. More like broke from goats, right? Goat paradise. Yes, most of the time. Goats probably living better than I am. I feel like a lot they're living better than me. You gotta be kidding me. Do I have any males? This year I've had 12 males born. 7 have been sold, and the other 3, one's ready to go now, so I really need to find him a home. I don't know where he's at. He's a little gold buckling with blue eyes. And then 2 more will be available after they're weaned. So probably 5-6 weeks. In addition to that, I have all of my senior bucks. Right now, I have like 7 senior bucks. My 2 wethers live with them, which are going to the fair. And I'll probably sell 3 to 4 senior bucks this year as we're kind of doing, I'm kind of like rotating bucks. I've had some of these bucks. One I bought in 2020, so 5 years. At this point, he's related to a lot of the kids, even though he's barely had any does born. The other one has had pretty many daughters born, so he is related to quite a few. So after a while, they just kind of breed themselves out of a job. Okay, Penny, are you coming out? Licorice? Yes, you may come. Okay, not everybody. I am not bringing out a bunch of chunky little yearlings. If they're in milk, I don't mind them coming out to eat. If they are a year old and they're not milking, they're not pregnant, they don't need the extra feed. And that's why Cheerio is so naughty, because she is now a year old. She's not in milk, she's not pregnant, and she's out here eating extra. I have a problem with my goats being too fat. Dairy goats aren't supposed to have like a lot of excess fat. And this breed, they seem like they gain weight really easily. Actually, this is Sparkles. Sparkles, I didn't even know you were out. When did you come out? I guess I called Feta Sparkles. Sparkles looks like a little mountain goat. The random turkey. Yeah, the turkey, the turkey just lives with the goats, but it was like hating one goat. It hated Minnie, and it would constantly chase her. And I don't know, I haven't seen it chasing her for a while, so maybe it stopped. So you're talking about the baby. This is Easy Rider. He looks like a skull to me. Because he's got the black around his eyes and mouth. I've never had one with markings like this. It's kind of wild. His dam was actually gold. But this kid is all black and white. Cute name, thank you. Hi Bailey, good morning. Sound like people yelling. Cheerio is cute. She was camera ready. They do. Some are friendlier than others, and some walk better than others. Oh, thank you. And the machine. I really do enjoy them, although they can be a lot of work. I'm sorry. I've got a goat on my back. I'm trying to bend down and... Why are you doing? Are you eating my hair? She's like ready for goat yoga. Okay, guys. Goodness gracious. Be so entertained by goats with this made my morning. I feel like that all the time. You have hay in front of your eye. So much cuteness. Thank you, Spokehead. Do I drink the milk? I do, but I don't have any extra right now. With these kids, they're eating everything. They're eating a ton. I'm actually having to supplement with cow milk because I have so many other does that are also feeding their own kids. I feel like I need like a standard goat. These are mini dairy goats. A standard goat would produce much more milk. I don't make soap. My sister-in-law makes a ton of soap. She's like a soap making machine. I couldn't keep track of all the names. I think because they kind of come like a few every year, it adds up. She's really bad for that. And then when I was videoing her on the ground, her brother was on my back. This chocolate chunk baby, I can't deal with him. Like, these kids are so much younger than him, and he feels like he's super strong and powerful out here fighting little babies. Who is screaming like that? I think that must be a buck. And you again, Cheerio. Are you going to get back in the pen and put yourself away? So here's the brother, the gold buckling. I was going to hold on to one of them because they're blue-eyed. I don't have very many blue-eyed goats in my herd. I mean, I think it's pretty. I don't actually breed for it. But next year, I'm thinking about maybe using them on a few does, just to see if I get more blue-eyed kids. They do seem like they sell easier, especially as pets. So this one's ready to go now. Yes, you are so handsome. The babies are fighting back. Now the brothers are fighting. I don't know why William put all the rocks up here. Guys, you're gonna knock a rock on a baby's head. I keep cinder blocks all around the pen, usually around like where they eat or where they drink, and it really helps file down their hooves. Just constantly stepping up on it. Still fighting the little babies. Your brother went to eat. So I did disbud Cinnamon's kids a few days ago, so I'll probably check their heads and make sure it's healing okay. I stopped using the silver spray. I was using like that silver bandage, and it seemed like it was causing their heads to get like infection or something trapped underneath. So we're not using that anymore, and I spray it right afterwards with Fight Back, which is like a chlorhexidine. Brother, really? How are the cats? Does Puss still go up in the rafters? Yes. And if you see this piece of foam board, he jumped on that the other day, and I was really scared that it was going to tip and send him flying down. I really hate when he goes up there. So I just fed all the cats before I came out. I typically put their cat food on the deck, and at this point now the dog is obsessed with stealing the cat food. So it ends up being like a race. I think I'm gonna have to move the cat food to the barn. But we kind of blocked off where they squeeze into the barn from the front, so now they have to go around to the back to come in, because the babies were squeezing out. At night, I separate the 3 bottle babies, so that way no one's like mean to them and they can nibble on feed all night. Okay, bud, you're stepping all over me. Your hooves are really sharp. Sparkles, what are you doing? These babies were super jealous when they saw Sparkles jump up there. Goats are really jealous animals. I feel like Sparkles is going to get a few friends here in a second. This is Penny. She was a quadruplet last year, and that whole set of quads was the tiniest, the tiniest litter of goats I have ever seen. Like, the mom did not even look very big. So when she had 4 babies, I was shocked. They all grew really well, though, and now they're the same size, if not bigger, than the same goats that were born earlier that year with smaller litters. There you go. There's Penny with you. Oh, Meg, you are going to knock that ladder down. They're starting to rub on everything because they're shedding their winter hair. So they'll like lay up against the fence and rub on it. And Meg just did it to the ladder. At this point now, it's brother against brother. I really think the gold one is bigger than the chocolate. The chocolate baby was the smallest when they were born, and he's always been a little bit smaller than his brothers. Their other brother was quite a bit bigger. He was covered in spots. He went to a new home as a buck, so they were going to use him to breed. I was really disappointed to get 3 blue-eyed bucklings. I was really hoping William could get a little blue-eyed doe. He currently has 2 blue-eyed does. Pancake is the older one, but she's not really a good show doe. She's just that competitive with showing. We have been getting rain. Yesterday it rained quite a bit. So I will give them some hay to eat this morning since it's raining. Watch out. Move your head, babies. They have grass hay already in the feeder, so you can see that feeder is almost full of grass hay. But it's not their favorite. I think it's good for them to eat the grass hay. Keeps their rumen working. But they really want this stuff. This is the good stuff. It's the alfalfa hay. It's 4th cutting alfalfa. I'm running really low on it. But we're getting into grazing season. I think it'll last at least a little bit into May. At that point, we have plenty of browse. They have almost an acre fence. So they go out there and eat what they want. Rabbit is just chilling. Sparkles and Frosty, why are you fighting? That's Snickers, the kind of grayish doe. That little baby black and white one is, that's Louise. She's getting big. See the babies coming out of the creep feeder. That's where they can go and eat. The big goats cannot fit in there. So they can also go out the other side, and there's like a pasture over here with grass that they can go to get away from the big goats if they want. Typically, they just go in the barn and eat and then come back. I don't really know if the rabbit goes in the shed. You're pushing your daughter out the door. Aw, tell her to have a good day at school. This is Peter the rabbit. He's really big. He's bigger than every baby that's born here. He looks like he's dirty right now. He's got like a brown spot on his back. There goes Chiquita. She's going in the shed to eat. That is Lavender. You can see Basil just pushed her in, which was really rude. You know, last night when I locked them up, Basil was out in the middle. This morning she was not. She must have jumped back in. I really don't like them jumping. I'm worried that they'll hurt their legs. There's like a molasses pail. It's got like, I don't know, they just lick it. It's a protein tub with a ton of molasses in it. So that's what Pepper's eating. Taffy just went in the barn. And there's little baby Louise. She's really playful this morning. Frosty, what are you doing? They're both females. Not sure what's going on over here. Frosty's the oldest kid in this group. She's right here. She's the black and white doe. She's not the biggest anymore though. She's kind of smaller. I don't really know why. Frosty, get down. She was in a set of triplets, and I sold the brothers. So now it's just her. So she's supposed to be getting all the milk. She has a really good length. If you look how long she is. She's just kind of a petite doe. So sometimes when you have does that were born with 2 bucklings or more bucklings, you have to worry that it's like they absorb too much testosterone in the womb, and sometimes they're sterile. They're like a hermaphrodite. So I always worry about that when I have a set of triplets like Frosty with 2 brothers. So I don't really like seeing her act like a buck. I was really excited to get a doe from Chia. I hadn't had a doe from her since 2022. This little doe is Pepper. Hi, Pepper. They are a lot of fun. They're very personable. There's a lot of drama in a goat barn. Revy was fighting Grace. Grace is actually her niece. Are you guys out of minerals? So I keep free choice minerals in that feeder. I haven't checked it in a while. So Pepper and Basil are sisters, so now they're having a big fight. I think they're doing this because Feta keeps flagging her tail, so I don't know if she's already going into heat. I'm up in the loft. So there's no edge up here, but yeah. This was full of hay. Last year I bought, I think, over 350 bales. And look at this naughty Cheerio. I am serious. You are the biggest problem child. Probably over 350 bales, but then one ended up, I don't know if they baled it and didn't let it like dry all the way. I gave it away, and some guy came and got it for a cow. You cannot feed like moldy hay, especially to goats. I know some people will give it to cows, but they are prone to listeria This little buckling. He is 4 weeks old as of yesterday. I have been calling him Blaze because of the big blaze down his nose. He doesn't see me. There you go. Good morning, buddy. It's kind of wet there in front of the barn. So on the new barn, there's actually a porch off the back. It's the same footprint. The barn, the main part of the barn is. But the porch off the back is 20 feet deep and then 15 feet deep and 20 feet wide. So it'll keep the area in front of the door drier and will probably, in the nicer months, feed hay outside. That way we can just drive straight through and scoop up any dropped hay. Oh, well, you're back in. I guess you made the jump, didn't you, Cheerio? That's what the commotion was. She's just walking around like no big deal, jumping in and out as she pleases. You know, the older Cheerio gets, the more I like her. She's got a really pretty top line. It seems like the prettiest ones are always the naughtiest. And look at Cookie. She looks like an actual sheep. She is so fluffy. Everyone else is like shedding all their winter coat, and she's shedding, but her hair grows longer than everyone else's, so it takes her quite a while to shed. Everyone else is getting pretty sleek. This is Grace. She's one of my most exciting juniors. In this pen, when they're all put away, there should be 54 goats. Cheerio came in, immediately started fighting with Goodnight Moon. And I actually did get Goodnight Moon's papers in the mail the other day, which was a huge relief. I had registered her back in November. So I got like a set of papers in the mail. It was like, I think I did like 10 goats at a time or something. So I didn't check them all off, but then when I went to finish tattooing her, which, yes, I should have tattooed her before the papers, but I was tattooing her after registering her. And I realized I never got her papers. So I was worried that like they had been stuck in the envelope and I threw them away, or I'd misplaced them or lost them. And it's really hard to get replacement papers if you lose them. They want you to send the original back in before they print another. You know, they don't want you attaching those papers to another goat and pretending like it's a registered goat. So I did call, and apparently they've been having an issue where it doesn't print the full set even after you pay for it, because she was in my online account, so I knew she was registered. So they resent the papers for her. And then there was actually a buck in that litter too. So I got his papers the other day too, which is good. He is easy as moon pie. Instead of easy as pie, he has like moon spots, where he did. Right now, since all his hair grew out, he doesn't look like he hardly has any moon spots. So I named him Easy as Moon Pie. I really don't know if I will keep him. I really don't know if I'll keep him because I have a couple other bucks from his dam, and I have another buckling that has a very similar pedigree who I kind of like better. I averaged 60, so I was close. Oh yes, definitely. Do you have goats? Or did you guess 60? Am I selling them for meat? You can eat Nigerians. They are a dairy goat though, so they don't have the type of growth and the type of meat that you see on an actual meat goat. So typically people don't eat them just because you have to grow them so long to get them to eating size. And then you're still not getting the amount of meat that you would if you butchered like a Kiko or a boar or a Spanish meat goat or a myotonic, the fainting goats. That's actually a meat breed. Oh my gosh, Revy's trying to squeeze into the shed. Oh, you do live in a good state for goats, Iowa. Actually, I think that I think Pleasant Grove is in Iowa. Pleasant Grove is a really big goat dairy. He's got amazing goats. Has won nationally, I don't even know how many times. Just gorgeous Alpines and Sonnens. They do go out for pasture. It's kind of wet right now. Typically in the afternoon, they all go out as a group. My husband calls it the Great Migration. They're really funny to watch because the kids will all run back and forth and jump. It's super cute. There's a big pile in the bottom corner of the pasture where when we clean out the barn, we dump it all. And so they go down there and they run up the hill, they jump off the hill. It's very cute to watch. And Revy's fighting with another goat. Why are you fighting with everybody this morning, Revy? There's a picnic table there. That's her baby up there with her. Her other baby is completely black. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I guess Micro is now ready to fight. You guys are all in a mood this morning. It's a little cooler right now, so sometimes when it's been hot and then it's kind of cool, it gives them like a burst of energy where they feel like, roughhousing. Probably because it's not so hot as it was. So they're all having a big fight club outside. So how many acres? It really depends on how much yield you have per acre. Like here in Indiana, we have a lot of browse available. I know in some western states it's a lot more sparse. It also depends on if you're giving your goats anything else. So my goats get hay almost year round. They also get grain year round. So they're not depending solely on browse. They're not going to graze like a sheep or a cow does. They don't typically just eat the grass really short. They're more browsers, so they will kill any tree basically that's in the pasture. They'll peel all the bark off. They'll chew all the branches. They love weeds. They love shrubs. You have 4 Nigerian dwarfs. It depends on if you're giving them grain. If they're growing, like they're kids and they're still growing, I would definitely keep them on feed for the extra vitamins. If they're like big wethers and they're full grown, they can probably exist pretty well. I think 4 goats, you wouldn't need more than like a quarter of an acre if it's pretty green and lush. Okay, so that water tub over there, I put a brick in it because I was worried that a baby might fall in it and could not get out. So I put the brick there so the baby could jump on the brick if they ever did fall in. And you can see Miss Meringue is using the brick to stand on. I guess the water, they drank it down below the level. I keep 3 water tubs in their pen. When they're in milk, you want them to drink as much as possible. They cannot make milk without, drinking a really good amount of water. And then I'm worried that they'll also get the water dirty because it seems like they love to poop in it. So I always spread them out. That way they at least have somewhere clean to drink. Sage, are you enjoying the minerals? Oh, bye, Minnie Montgomery. Have a good day. If you give them hay year-round, I would just get like a regular goat pellet. Just like a general goat pellet. That should have everything that they need. I've been feeding Kalmbach. I don't know if that's available where you live. I've been pretty happy with it. I just switched to the Milk Maker, which has higher protein. I think it's like an 18% protein. At first they didn't really like it, but now they seem like they do like it a lot. So the gate's open for them to go out into the field, but they're all just hanging around. I think with the rain, it's a little bit wet. Hopefully it'll dry with the sun coming out today. Pumpkin, you look so pretty. So Pumpkin's dam was Micro, and Micro is, she's right here. She's kind of a shorter bodied doe. She was very small when she was born. Her daughter from last year, Cheerio, is really long. But Pumpkin is also really long. I'm not really familiar with A&M feed. I know a lot of feed stores just carry a generic goat pellet. Unless they're making like a bunch of milk or something. They shouldn't need anything like super expensive, and they shouldn't even be eating that much if they're Nigerian dwarfs. They can eat quite a small amount, otherwise they get fat pretty quickly. Time, where are you? I actually don't see Time right now. That buck is driving me crazy. Hi, Taffy. I guess I need to go feed the bucks. A&M is for cows. I mean, if it's just, a lot of feeds are kind of multi-species that I see at the feed store. So if other goat raisers feed it, it's probably fine. There's Time. Hi, Time. Hi, Hazel. Hazel had the quads this year. The boys went to a new home, so the does are now left on her. She had lost a lot of weight after she had them, and I think she was just trying to, make so much milk for all of them. So after selling them, they're growing faster. She looks better. She's better conditioned. So it ended up being best for everyone. They went to a new home with bottles twice a day, so. Usually I'll do up to 12 weeks. But if they're really big and they're very robust, you can do a little bit earlier. Hi, Miss Minnie. Good morning, Turkey. Are you still laying your gaggle of eggs in the corner? Okay, Cecily. Oh, they're 9 weeks. You know, if they're not bucklings, you don't have to worry about them breeding. A lot of times I'll just let them go until mom weans them because they grow so well when they have access to milk at a later age. Unless you're needing the milk, you know, to drink or something. Sourdough, you're making all kinds of noises. So a lot of does I don't even wean, I just let the dams wean them. Because I want them to grow so they get all the milk. Okay guys, well I guess I'm gonna jump off and go feed my bucks. They're all over there complaining. Well, that was lucky, that one Western equestrian. They're both does. How exciting. Yeah, unless you need the milk, just let them keep getting it. It makes them grow really well. It keeps them really healthy. It seems like it gives them a very robust immune system. Your doe will eventually wean them. But make sure you keep checking on udder health. You know, you always want to monitor her udder, make sure she's not getting any staph or mastitis. But generally, goats just do what they've been bred to do, and they raise their kids really well. I found Nigerian Dorse to be really good moms. Yeah, that's so lucky. I'm so glad for you. Bye, everyone. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend if I don't catch you again.